Hello and welcome back to Uncut with KJH. This is a video series that is uncut, unedited, where you get to see the good, the bad, and everything in between. I'm going to do a Valentine's Day look, pink, peachy, fresh, bright, happy. I've got nothing on my face and I'm just going to go straight in with the foundation. The reason why I'm not doing skin prep is because this is the first time I am trying the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. This is the shade 5N, which stands for 5 Neutral. And I'm just gonna try it without skincare on. And the reason why I do that is because I don't like skincare to interfere with a foundation the first time I ever use it. If my skin prep right now was very, very dewy and balmy, am I in focus? Yes, I think I am. If my skin prep was very dewy and balmy, that would interfere with how this foundation naturally is. And I wanna see how it naturally is to know how to therefore compensate with the skincare products. So for example, if it's too matte, I know that I need moisturizer under it. If it's too shiny, I know that maybe I need to powder it. And maybe I just need like a serum under it. I'm priming it into a brush. Just checking that my focus is good. Okay. I'm shooting everything on my iPhone, so it's a little bit, you know, sometimes it'll be right on the night. Okay. Blending it into the T-zone first, always. I'm going to go full coverage and sense of space to sort of get it doing as much of the work for me. Like meaning like I want like full coverage glam. And I'm just going to go everywhere. But if I don't want like a full coverage look, I won't put a foundation over the whole surface of the face. I'll just sort of go in certain areas. As far as like what's the right shade match for you, I honestly think if you get your complexion on the face to match the neck, you're in a good spot. I wouldn't really get too caught up on like undertones and so on and so forth. If it's, you know, if you generally feel like this matches this, don't sort of worry too much about the complexities of other things. It's very hard. I don't love answering questions in DM format on like helping people shade match because it's so hard in person and there's so many colors in one's face. There's so many colors in complexion that are available and it's just difficult. So my suggestion is match to the neck or the chest if the chest is exposed. So far, this foundation I would say is quite balmy. It's quite radiant, which makes sense because it's called Surreal Skin. I noticed that in the bottle, you can't really see it, I don't think here, but there's a little bit of pearl going through it, which is, for lack of a better word, I don't want to say shimmer because I don't want it to scare any of you because I know that that's maybe a scary word for people that think, oh, shimmer, glitter, no, sparkle, ooh. It's not what it means. It's actually a good thing in a lot of cosmetics because it gives you this radiance and this glow, and this foundation definitely has that. It's lovely. Bringing it down the neck a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to wipe what's left off the palm of my hand. And I'm going to go with a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to do Rose Ink Seychelles, my favorite bronzer. I've been using it a lot lately. This brush is actually amazing for this also because it's a double-ended brush. One side's like a concealer brush, which I'm using to sort of shape the face with. And then the other side is a buffing brush, which I will blend it in with later. So I'll just do like a few sort of marks where I want the color to be the most. And then I'll flip the brush and blend it in with that side. This already has a little bit of the foundation in it, which is actually going to make this bronzer blend even better. You therefore, though, will have to wash this if you're going to go back in with concealer or foundation, because it's obviously then got a darker shade in the bristles and in the stuff. Or you just have two brushes that look the same, and one's for bronzer and one's for... But then you don't get that benefit of a little bit of the concealer or foundation being in the brush, kind of helping you do the blend. Please do tell me if that makes sense, because I would love to know. Okay. Blending that in, and it's just easy. It doesn't have to be complex. Keep your motions quite small. Helps you sort of keep everything in the area where you intended it to be. And also apply more if you feel like you need more. I'm just gonna do a little of this on my eyelids. Better to keep applying than it is to apply too much. Just gradually get there versus try and get there too quick. I love a little bit of contour on the eyelid. I think it's great. And actually, it's nice around the lip too, which I've recently been doing. Saw JLo do it in a video and I was like, okay. Not mad. Okay. To brighten a few areas of the face where I want a little bit more contrast in bright, I'm going to take a concealer. This is Shiseido 201. It's almost a little light for me, which I actually like because I like that I can sort of brighten certain areas with it. I will not use this brush now because it's got that color in it that I just told you about from the bronzer, but I will use another brush that looks the same and just sort of blend into those regions where I placed it. If you're ever worried about things looking patchy because you're keeping things into like, you know, their zones, kind of like I am right now, just take a big brush that's clean and just gently sweep everything together. If you don't press very hard, you won't actually be kind of moving things around. You're just sort of softening any lines of different products where they meet. Okay, we're gonna go in with some pink eyeshadow in a moment. About pink eyes. Pink eyeshadow, not pink eye. Different things. Pink eyeshadow is so beautiful and so flattering, and I would absolutely give it a try if you have never. It's just cute, it's fun, it's it looks more beautiful than what you might think if you've never tried it before, and it really does look good when you border it with like a good mascara coat, because I think there's a lot of like preconceived like ideas that, oh no, it's gonna make me look sick, or it's gonna make me look like I'm not very well, or whatever. But it depends on how you apply it, and it depends on what you finish it with. Mascara fixes everything. This is a Backstage eyeshadow, DIEUX Backstage eyeshadow palette in Burgundy Neutrals, number 009. I'm gonna take my KJH 11 and I'm gonna press it into this color right here. I'm gonna saturate the entire lid with that color, starting off with the soft shade. Just bring it into the middle of the lid and then around. Okay, shimmery shades like this tend to blend a little easier than mattes. If you aren't aware, they just have a little bit more, they're just a bit more forgiving. Bringing it all the way up. If I was gonna go onto the lid with a matte shade, like right after foundation, concealer, and so on and so forth, I would absolutely put some powder down, because powder is just gonna take away any stickiness that's gonna make the shadow stick too much. All right, I'm just blending that in. And sort of hoping for the best, really. Makeup is a bit of a trial and error situation, especially if you are trying something new for the first time. You don't know what it's going to do, product-wise or even look-wise. And just, again, that whole theory of applying a little and gradually applying more helps so much. Okay, I just realized I didn't turn my phone on to Do Not Disturb, and I am now terrified that it's going to ring and cut my video. Okay, here's where we are. Now I'm going to take another brush, which is going to be this one, number 17, I think, and this darker shade, and I'm going to go into the lash and then up into like a small little V shape. Again, doesn't have to be complicated. I'm staying on the top lid for now because I don't know whether I want to bring it onto the bottom lid just yet. We'll see. I can always add it again. Not committing to anything until I know that I want to do that. It's kind of like my plans on a Saturday night. Okay. Bringing that into there. With the brush that I originally applied the lighter color with, I can actually blend that darker color in more with it, because it's gonna, again, the bit of lighter pigment that's in this bristles is like almost a mixing medium to water down the boldness of this. And don't get me wrong, I know right now this doesn't necessarily look so beautiful, but it's not finished, so just trust the process and just go for it. It's makeup, it washes off. Like, it doesn't have to be scary, it doesn't have to be intimidating. It really is like not permanent. Like buccal fat surgery is permanent. Contour is not. Okay. Oop. Okay, so we're here. We're just bringing it in. That's the tumble dryer. Bringing it in to create this like hazy look. Again, I know that it's not where you might think it should be, but even this, if I put mascara on, I actually probably would like it. I'm going to take a smaller brush now, this little sort of pointy small pencil brush. This is my number 21, and I'm going to take this darkest brown. I'm going to go right into the root of the lash on the top and the bottom and just add further definition. Every single step of makeup that I apply after the step before that is lighter, so I'm changing my pressure so that I'm not removing all of the stuff that I already applied with too much force, because that is also a thing. Like, you don't want to like push too much. Kind of want to put a little bit of this here in the inner corner for some drama, and I really like a little bit of a smoky inner corner. It feels quite dramatic but dreamy at the same time, and it's nice because you can always take this lighter shade and like go over the top and like shimmerify it, give it like a shimmer. Eyeshadow can be like overwhelming, because I think sometimes you can be like, well, I don't know where to put what, and if I layer this over that and then it goes muddy or whatever. I think generally again, my method of, not my method, the method of applying a little and gradually adding more really just gives you security to just go back a step without feeling like you have to take everything off and it's ruined. I'm using this dark brown with this big fluffy brush now to get a bigger sort of spatial application. And I kind of like where this is. This is kind of nice. I think it's kind of fun, a little bit dramatic. I do want to take a little of this, but I don't know yet in which way that I want to use it, because that's the type of shade that doesn't scare me, but it's bold to the point where, like, if I put it in the mix and I didn't like it, I can go over it and I'll take it off. But actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this small little smudgy brush, because the imprint of this size bristle head or whatever is going to be small. I'm going to go, ooh, I love it. Okay, this is nice. I'm just going to go under there in the middle. Kind of obsessed with what that just did. Okay. So, softly moving it towards the browns. And maybe, I don't think I want to do anything on the top lid. Maybe I'll take this because it's really beautiful. It's like a shimmery shade. Quite soft. It doesn't really like imprint too much. So if you're not like a glitter girl or boy or makeup wearer, then you will kind of like the effect of this. Because it's pretty and like just looks wet. Okay. I am going to move on and do a bit of blush, because sometimes I can't see everything as a final until there's a bit of blush and a bit of lip in the mix. This is Cha Cha Lip and Cheek from Trini London, good old Trini. Using a KJH number 2 brush and popping it right on the center of the cheek and sort of blending it up and around. You could, one thing that I kind of could have made better myself, if I'm thinking this through, if I'd have put my blush on before my eyeshadow, I could have got my blush under the eye more and made that blush feel like it was coming from within, and I actually think that would have been really nice, but it doesn't matter. I can do that next time. Okay, so we're here with Cha Cha. Blush placement, I honestly just sort of see how I feel on any given day, but I like an apple of the cheek or I like a high up here, one or the other. I also don't hate it when it comes down a little bit, like in a, you know, like you've been outside in the cold kind of way. I'm going to do the same exact color on the lip. And then line. And this whole look is going to come to life a little bit more when mascara is in the mix, because until mascara happens, like, I look a little funny. Like, I know that. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate you, because you have trust in me. Or you're just like, I gotta see how this shit turns out. Okay. A little bit of that. Liner. I'm going to use Mario Hue. Just slowly kind of shade the edges. Cute. I like that lip very much. These just landed on my desk from Dior. Dior Addict Lip Maximizer in 001. I like that it's kind of just like a milky pink. Just gonna do a little. You don't need much. If you want lip gloss to wear, be strategic about the placement. Like, look, you would think that I had a full glossy lip right now, but I applied it in the high points, and that's why it's making it look like I've got a full glossy lip, but I literally have on not even a full application's worth. All right, I'm gonna do mascara. I'm gonna go for black. I was gonna do brown, but I've changed my mind. I'm gonna do Tower 28 Make Waves. And I'm just really gonna get it in there. It's just such a good mascara. I feel very cute. And a little bit devilish at the same time. See how mascara just like makes everything better? Everything is better with mascara. Okay. All right, we are basically done. The only thing that I'm gonna do is some powder and maybe a little bit of highlighter. I always decide if I'm gonna do liner on the bottom lashes, mascara on the bottom lashes, like as I'm there. I think I will, because I think it'll be nice to offset that pink with a little bit of drama. Always turn your wand on a vertical if you can. Makes the application a lot easier. I want to know if you have any requests for future videos here on my YouTube channel, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I really am enjoying this, and I hope you are too. It's a very process of shooting these videos and just sort of uploading them straight without any edits is very fulfilling, because it feels, I don't know, achievable for me. Powder, this is what do you call it? Charlotte Tilbury's translucent airbrush brightening flawless something. Flawless filter, flawless finish. Okay, kind of going a little heavier with this. And then I'm going to do a little bit of the shade DIEUX from Trini, which is kind of like a shimmery peach balm that you can use on lips, cheeks, and wherever. And I'm just going to saturate it across 2 fingertips and then just pack it on to my cheekbone. A little bit of shine down the nose too. Okay, and then the last little quick step will be beauty marks. So we're going to go for the Nabla eyebrow liner, which is in my brows right now in the brown. This is the black. Uh-oh. It's fine, just don't do much. Just a touch, just a touch. The last thing that I'm going to do is take a clean eyeshadow brush. This one. Clean meaning there's nothing in it currently, but it's been used yesterday or something. And just skim that around the entire eye to just blend what little bit of concealer might be next to the eye into the eyeshadow. And this gives you the most lovely finish that just looks like you've got the most perfectly blended eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna do a bit more right there. Okay, that is it. All the products will be linked in the thingy-majig below, in the box below, which are affiliate links going to Shop My, which is a awesome affiliate platform. There's actually a link down there for you to join. If you're also a creator, you definitely should. It's awesome. It lets you link all the products you're using to your community so everybody can see what it is that you're working with, and then they can shop them. There is a sometimes small percentage of sales that might go back to the creator, me or you if you are also a creator. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your comment that you might make if you do make one. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Bye.